The Indian Armed Forces are trying to enlist transgender people into our military. Here's what the Indian Express has reported. The Indian Armed Forces are looking at possible employment and opportunities for the transgender persons and the roles they could perform, while examining the Transgender Persons Protection of Right Act 2019 and its implications. So let me be very clear from the start, I do not think it's a good idea at all. Absolutely not. Now why is that? Let's explore. So first of all, I personally don't think that it's a right to serve in the military. I think it's something that every person has to earn. Now how can they earn it? Obviously they have to have some physical ability as well as mental ability and ability to handle pressure. That's what it's about. And that should be the only merit if you want to join the military or any of the armed forces. That should be the only merit. Of course, regardless of your sex or gender, it shouldn't matter whether it's your religion, your caste or anything else. That shouldn't be a merit to get equal opportunity. So I'm not against getting equal opportunity, by the way, just so I'm clear. Everyone should get an equal opportunity to try out if they are good enough to serve in our military. That is both mentally and physically. That's my point. If you have the merit, then it doesn't matter whether what your sex is, what your age is, what your caste is or religion is, or what your faith is, or what your ethnicity is. That does not matter to me. The only thing that matters to me if you are physically capable and if you are mentally capable. And that's my point. Transgender people are historically not being known for being mentally stable. Now we don't have much data here in the countries. What we have is what you have from the West. The Western countries, by the way, all the US, whether it's Israel, US or the other European countries, they have transgender people in their ranks. And the arguments for including these people into our military is that Western countries have it, so we should have that as well. So let's talk about the West and United States specifically. So here's a stat. Every 4 people out of 10 who goes through these surgeries to become transgender, they end up committing suicide. So that is every 4 people out of 10 people who do it. What's the theme? The theme is that most of these people who goes through these things and try to change their sex and everything else, they are not mentally stable. This is used to call gender dysphoria, by the way, if you look at the scientific studies, and you can search gender dysphoria on Google and then you will know what I'm talking about specifically. And this is one of the reasons why I don't want these people in our military, because in military you are going to be in battlefield, you are going to be surrounded by immense pressure. This is not an easy task. You need to be mentally 100% there, totally stable, to make sure that you can do your job, you can protect your fellow soldiers as well as your country. And if you're not stable yourself, then how are you going to do that? And that's why I'm against this. But that does not mean if there is a magical man who is transgender and who is still able to, who's still mentally stable and is able to serve like any other person. Obviously that person should have a chance if he has the physical and mental capabilities, no problem. But it shouldn't be like we are hiring these people or we are getting these people jobs to complete quote unquote diversity quota. I don't want that. The only merit should be physical and mental ability. That's it. It's simple.